Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on speed, distance and time. This topic is extremely popular and occurs in a variety of situations in everyday life. We hear of the distance travelled by a car, a plane, a bike rider, a train, etc. Furthermore, we may talk about the speeds associated with each of the above modes of transport. Finally, the time taken to travel such distances is often discussed. Let's look at this simple example. A car might travel 60 kilometres in 1 hour. We say that the speed of the car is 60 kilometres per hour. The distance travelled by the car in 2 hours would be 120 kilometres, which is 2 times 60 kilometres. We can see from this example that distance, speed and time can be represented by the following very popular equation. Distance equals speed multiplied by time. So if we do a very simple manipulation of this equation, it follows that speed equals distance over time and time equals distance over speed. Let's look at some examples to see how we use these equations. Number 1. What distance does a car travel if it has an average speed of 70 kilometres per hour for 3 hours? Distance equals speed multiplied by time, which is 70 kilometres per hour, times 3 hours, which is 210 kilometres. So that's the distance. Number 2. What is the average speed of a car if it travels 320 kilometres in 4 hours? Speed equals distance over time, which is 320 kilometres over 4 hours, so the speed is 80 kilometres per hour. Number 3. How long does a train take to complete a journey if it travels 500 kilometres at an average speed of 125 kilometres per hour? We use the equation time equals distance over speed, which is 500 kilometres over 125 kilometres per hour. If we do that division, we get 4 hours for the time. Please note, the speed of a vehicle may vary slightly at different times during a given journey. That is why we use the term average speed. So when you see the term average speed, that's often used because the speed associated with a particular journey might not be exactly the same for the whole journey. It could vary. Challenge. A car averages 40 kilometres per hour for the first 90 minutes of a trip and 50 kilometres per hour for the final 2 hours of the same trip. How far does it travel in total? So distance equals speed 1 times 1, that's that part, plus speed 2 multiplied by time 2, which is that part. So that gives us 40 kilometres per hour times 1.5 and 50 kilometres per hour times 2. So that part will be 60 kilometres, that will be 100 kilometres, so 160 kilometres is the total distance travelled. So this video has given us an introduction into the idea of distance, speed and time, and we've seen how to do very straightforward problems using the equations distance equals speed multiplied by time, and if we do a very basic manipulation of this equation, we can also find other variables like speed and time, but it just requires the particular manipulation depending on what we're trying to find.